The PlayStation 5 is going to be priced at $299 US dollar digital edition, and the physical one is going to cost $399. At least that's the rumor right now, and I have a YouTube video that is going to explain it, and then I'll talk more about it right after. So let's begin.
Scenes with the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, there's kind of an internalized price war. In history, it has taken this long for companies to reveal prices of their next-gen products, but we just know from insiders that Sony and Microsoft are afraid to pull the price trigger first because then the other company is going to try to undercut them. And we've also heard that even the Series S, the cheaper next-gen Xbox, which is 99.9% confirmed at this point, that it may even be as cheap. I'm still holding my breath on this one, but I've heard that it may even be as cheap as $199 US dollars. But Sony, no pun intended, aren't playing games. And there was a Nielsen survey put out in the UK asking, hey, what price would you want to see the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition launch at? Someone on Reddit put up an email they received from Nielsen. They took the randomized survey because Sony's actually taking this survey into account. And this is what it had to say. As mentioned in the product description, the pricing of this new product, PlayStation 5, has not yet been determined. For the purposes of this survey, we will assign you a random pricing. Please take this random pricing into consideration at the following questions. The random prices for this new product, PlayStation 5, that you will evaluate are the PlayStation 5 £349 and the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition £259. Now I'm going to read you what BGR.com has to say here, and then we'll discuss. A £349, $436 PlayStation 5 and a £259, $323 PlayStation 5 Digital Edition sound too good to be true. Could Sony afford to sell any of the two consoles that low without taking a considerable loss? A report said a few months ago the PlayStation 5 could cost $450 to manufacture. Now this is where things get spicy. Ooh, spice. We'll remind you that the UK factors in a value-added tax for all products, so the conversion to US dollars will not give you an actual price for the US. The PS4 original price was $399 without tax for the US and £349 with tax, or $436 for the UK. Therefore, a £349 PS5 could cost $399 in the US. Sony would take at least a $50 loss on the regular version if the $450 bill of materials is accurate. The £259 PS5 Digital Edition could be priced at $299 in the US. The loss on the Digital Edition would be even more significant. The two consoles are expected to pack the exact same hardware setup except for the Blu-ray disc, so the main components, including the CPU, GPU, and custom SSD, would be just as pricey. So, BGR is saying these prices seem too good to be true, and I get it. But if Sony, especially with what's going on with the health crisis throughout the world due to the pandemic and a lot of people are out of jobs, if they want to get these consoles in people's homes, they need to price them aggressively. And I would believe that we could see the PS5 for $399 and the digital edition. I almost knocked you over again, Manscaped. I almost knocked you over again. I love you. I'll never hit you again. Spice. But anyway, we could see the PlayStation 5 because Sony wants to be aggressive due to what's going on with the economy throughout the world. They could be aggressive with pricing and price the PlayStation 5 with the disc drive at $399 and the digital edition at $299. And especially if Microsoft takes the approach where they have the Series S, which is the cheaper, more affordable next-gen offering from Microsoft. If they offer that at $199, they need to be aggressive with the pricing. Again, I still think that's a pipe dream, of course, now, because I don't believe it's going to happen. Watch, it will, and we'll see the Series S at $199. But obviously, Sony and Microsoft, their main thing is to get an install base quickly of their next-gen system in people's homes. And the way to do that is to make them affordable, because $499 I feel is the limit with people. Okay. We got accustomed to the prices with the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro, even though it was $399, the same price that the base PS4 launched a couple years before it, or 3 years before it. I feel like once you go past $499, people are like, oh man, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You know, I kind of went back and forth with other videos on this, but talking.
Okay, I'm gonna end it there because it kind of rambles on afterwards. But there will be an event that Microsoft will announce the Series X games on July 23rd. Maybe possibly a price point, but at this point, Sony and Microsoft are playing the game. Who is going to announce the price point first? Because both of them want to win the next generation console wars. Both of them want to be the number one seller of the next consoles, and price point. It really matters. Right now, there's a rumor. This is only a rumor that the Xbox Series X Lockhart is going to be priced at $199. This little small cube square, new Xbox generation is going to be priced at $199, and if it is, it's going to sell like no tomorrow. But Microsoft is going to lose a fortune selling it at $199 because, you know, I think that it's going to cost them probably roughly $350 already to manufacture the Lockhart at I think so. It's going to be around $350 to produce this console, just for like base material. So Microsoft is looking to lose around $150 for every single console they sell at $199, but it would sell like gangbusters, and they would make that money back through software sales and the Xbox Live Edition thingy. So will they do this? Who knows at the end of the day. It's only a rumor right now, but if they did, Sony is going to be forced to cut the price of the PS5 and reduce the price to $299 and $399, and they're gonna lose a fortune selling the console at that price. So how much does it cost to make an Xbox Series X? It's gonna cost around $460 to $520. And they're already pricing it at $399 for the Series X, and possibly $199 for the Lockhart. And the Lockhart is gonna cost roughly, I think, probably between $300 to $350. But Microsoft can take the loss. They can take the hit because Microsoft is a $1.6 trillion company, and they have hundreds and billions of dollars on their balance sheet in cash. So losing a few $1 billion to sell these Xboxes at a loss is not a big deal to them, but to Sony, it's a huge deal. How much does it cost for Sony to make the PS5? It costs roughly $450 for them to make a PS5. And if they're pricing it at $299 for the digital, let's just be honest, the disc drive in the PS5 is going to be absolutely nothing, and they're gonna lose less money selling the physical version, selling the PS5 disc version at $399. They're gonna lose a lot less money than selling a digital version of PS5 at $299. Sony's gonna lose so much money on the digital version, but they'll make it back because they'll sell everything online, and their gross margin online is gonna be so much higher than if people bought the physical version and they bought games from EB and other places. Like the physical game version, Sony makes a lot less money off that, but on the digital version, they make a lot more money every time you buy a game. So Sony is going to, Sony's guaranteed to lose money selling the PlayStation 5, even at $499, because there's going to be hidden costs such as tariffs and the retailers are going to have to make some money. And on top of that, there's the packaging that's going to cost a little bit of money. So packaging, tariffs, and retailer, they're all going to be making money. So Sony will even lose a little bit of money, maybe break even at $499. But if they're selling at $399, they're guaranteed to lose money. And if they're selling the digital version at $299, they are guaranteed to lose money. But if you remember the PlayStation 3, it cost them $840 to make the PlayStation 3, and they were selling it at $599. So they were losing $241 every single PlayStation 3 they were selling. So could Sony take a loss? Absolutely, they could, because it's so important. It's so important for Sony to win the console wars, because Sony needs the PlayStation 5 more than Microsoft needs to win with the Xbox. So Sony will probably take a loss when they sell the PlayStation 5, in my opinion. So we will see what will happen. If GameStop stock is going to suffer so hard if the PlayStation 5 comes out at $299 for the digital, because everyone is going to want a PlayStation 5 digital at $299. Nobody's going to look at the physical version for $399. Everyone, the demand for the $299 is going to be so high, and GameStop is probably going to boycott the PlayStation 5 digital and the Xbox Series S. They're probably going to end up selling on Amazon and possibly Best Buy and other stores that don't really rely heavily on the sales of physical. But GameStop is probably going to end up boycotting the series, the Lockhart and the PlayStation 5 digital. I guarantee it. I guarantee that they're gonna boycott it, and they're only gonna be selling the physical version, because the biggest money maker is game sales. Actually resales. Their biggest money maker is reselling of used games. So GameStop's gonna have to convert their business and find another way around this, because I'm so bearish on GameStop stock. I know GameStop is really undervalued because they have more cash than the entire market cap, but I still think that GameStop could crash to $2 in the near future here. We'll see what happens, but it's not looking good for GameStop. Well, AMD is guaranteed to make some profit off this, no matter what, because that's the agreement they have between Microsoft and Sony. Sony and Microsoft are gonna take a loss. AMD is not, and another advantage AMD will get from the Xbox and the PlayStation 5 selling to consumer is game developers are forced to optimize their software to AMD hardware, because these consoles are so closely related to PC hardware that developers are forced to maximize the performance of AMD hardware. And AMD, even though AMD's GPUs are going to be weaker than the NVIDIA's hardware GPU, because of the optimization, I think that AMD performance is going to be much better, or at least on par with NVIDIA's performance, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. So it's going to be interesting. I think AMD is going to benefit big time from the console launch, from a hardware perspective, a performance perspective, and profit and revenue perspective. So AMD should be trading a lot higher than what it is currently trading at. But that's just my opinion. Intel, AMD is going to completely destroy Intel for at least the next year or so, because Intel doesn't have, first of all, AMD hardware is going to be optimized for gaming performance, so Intel is not. And then the new Zen 3 architecture could completely blow Intel out of the water, and AMD could really take the crown from Intel for the next year, for 2021. I think AMD could take a huge market share from Intel, but we'll see if that plays out. And there's still the stock market crash that's going to happen after Donald Trump loses. So, yeah. Anyways, that's it for my video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And have a great day. Bye.